Welcome back to Kimchi Crawl with our Gnoll Stalker. It's been a while for me since I've played this character, so I was checking out what spells we have available to us and if we have missed any artifacts or other equipment slots. And while I was looking through all that stuff, I did find that we missed some ruined gloves in Lair, so I'm going to go pick these up and just check what they are. And there was also... Okay, well those are just +0 gloves, we can get rid of those. There was also an artifact hand crossbow in Lair, which could be good, so I'll check that as well. Penetration, resist negative, and int +4. Minimum delay is reached at skill 10. Our current skill is already over 10, so we can use that. Let's swap that onto A and swap that onto B so that we can swap between them, and we should go pick up a few bolts to get us started. Yeah, it's probably worth having a ranged option. Potion of Lignification. Okay, so I think we were just about to enter vaults last time. We've already picked up the rune from Swamp and the rune from Snake. So yep, vaults. And we are kind of just doing summonings at the moment for damage, I think. Yeah. Alright, let's get back into it. Let's see, do we have enough magic resistance? We do. He has 0% chance to mark us. And let's see, I think we also have a decent chance of petrifying. We can petrify you as well. No, 8%. What were we doing for damage? Probably Vile Clutch and summoning stuff. So let's try that. Yeah, and we had Summon Forest as well. We should be doing that. I think we're attracting a lot of attention, which is unfortunate, but we're right by the exit, so that's okay. Guardian Serpent is a bit dangerous. He can summon stuff around us. It was a shapeshifter anyway. Okay, I think getting back into the swing of things. So vaults shouldn't be too bad. We've got this the Shield of Resistance, which we found at some point, I think in Orc. That gives us a lot of magic resistance. So the more dangerous things that usually you're afraid of in vaults, like getting marked and liches and stuff like that, shouldn't be an issue for us. But because I am a bit rusty, I want to play pretty carefully. He's got his injury mirror up, so let's just stick down a lightning spire and let him take care of it. Spectral weapon, Frozen Ramparts and Discord. Frozen Ramparts is a good spell for the early game, but I don't think I'll need it at this point. And I don't think there was anything else in that book that I care about. What does Discord do? That's a high level hex. I think it just berserks everything nearby. Oh yeah, we have deflect missiles as well, which I should be using. This penetration on the crossbow is really nice as well. And because we are in vaults, we're going to find a lot of bolts from yak tors, so we shouldn't be running out of those anytime soon. I don't think we have resist corrosion, but that guy is not very difficult. Oh, we can't vile clutch these guys apparently. That's fine. And we do have a lot of stealth from just being a gnoll, I think. Yeah, 14 stealth. Fire dragon scales. Do we have fire dragon scales already? Don't think we do. Our current armor is already giving us double resist fire, so that's better than fire dragon scales anyway. Current armor is, yeah, double resist fire and resist cold, so that's way better than fire dragon scales. Okay. Well, there's a lich, like I was talking about. Let's drop a lightning spire here. This guy can torment, I think. Ooh, yeah, there's the torment. He has iron shot potentially, which can do around 100 damage. Let's see if we can acid him to death. And we can, good. The nice thing about Vile Clutch is that it really tanks enemies' evasion. Like if we look at this guy, well, he's not really a great example. None of these people are great examples. But he had 2 pips of evasion and it's now down to 1. And we are out of magic, so I think I should be backing up. And I also still have Petrify for stabbing things with low MR. I'll check this robe. It's not likely to be better than the ringmail, and it's not. Here's a Vault Warden, So these guys you have to be careful of because they can lock doors and stairs. But by himself he's not that dangerous. The Convoker as well, that yellow guy. He's also dangerous. He can summon enemies from across the level and might any enemies that are nearby. Ignite Poison, Bolt of Magma, Bolt of Fire. I don't think I really care about any of those. Maybe Bolt of Fire would be good. Because I don't really have a Bolt spell. I've got Fireball, which is an area of effect, but also Vile Clutch does that already. So maybe it's worth forgetting Fireball and learning Bolt of Fire instead. In fact, the next spell I'm probably interested in. I could get Mana Viper. Mana Viper is a really great summon, especially against any spellcasting enemies. But I had my eye on Malign Gateway, I think. That would be good to get running. This wizard can banish you, but because we have such high MR, it's 0%, so we're not really worried about him. Halberd of Distortion, let's not mess with that guy. We can let the Dryad take care of him. Spriggans have a lot of evasion, so this is a good candidate to show off. Vile Clutch, so he's got 4 pips of evasion. If we use Vile Clutch, he is now down to 2 pips, which is obviously really good. And I think we are just about done with Vaults 1. Okay. Oh, did I not? Oh, my pack is full. That's why I didn't pick up the chunks. Why is the pack full? We've got some scrolls. Scroll of Acquirement. Let's see. What are our current rings? Current ring is +5 ring of intelligence and an artifact ring. I think that ring's not really that interesting. I'd rather get the gold, I think. These guys flay you, which reduces your health, but as soon as he's dead, that'll go away. So they're very dangerous if there are other enemies around, but by himself he's not too worrying. artifact hat. We can check that out. We have lost our deflect missiles, which is why those guys were getting some damage in on us. That guy is summoning, but he died. That's good. And I think we are okay. And the hat is +3 hat of magic resistance, which our current hat is giving us resist electricity. I think that's the only thing that's giving us resist electricity, so I would rather hang on to that. Let's just drop this off. We do have rings of resist negative energy and resist corrosion from somewhere. Is wizardry better than intelligence? Yeah, for spell fail rate it is, okay. I'll keep the intelligence on because I think I'd rather have spell power than fail rate for the stuff that we currently have. Yeah, the hand crossbow is really nice. Even if it wasn't an artifact, these weapons are still worth picking up. They don't take much skill to reach min delay, and they're pretty high damage for what they are, I guess. Actually, can you... I don't think this guy can see invisible, so he's not going to attack the Wraith. That's fine. Okay, let's go intelligence. We're almost up to 30 int, which is nice. How's our spell power doing? It's okay. Okie dokie, I think we are just about done with Vaults 2. So I don't think I'll finish off Vaults right away. I'll probably get down to Vaults 4, finish that, but I won't enter Vaults 5 just yet. Vial Clutch is also nice because you can cast it on yourself and just hit the enemies around you, which is pretty good. And how many spell levels do I have? 5 spell levels. What's Malign Gateway sitting at? It is 30% foul if I wear Wizardry. 16%. Okay, so still a little bit to go before that's castable. Gotta remember to keep deflecting missiles up, especially if there's going to be people throwing large rocks at me. Hopefully we kill that guy before he manages to... Yep, cool. He was calling enemies. Don't want to stand in the doorway with the warden around, because if he locks the door, it will actually shunt us into the room that he's in. Let's just stick our spire down there and let him get some... Okay, if he manages to survive long enough, let him get some shots off. We actually have a lot of enchant armor. I guess I'll enchant our boots. I put the spire there so that it would get the double hit from the lightning bolt bouncing off the wall. There's a warden, so I shouldn't be standing in the door, and I think my Dryad is going to die, so I'm just telling him to retreat. Let's stick down a lightning spire. We can Vial Clutch all these guys. I actually have a condenser vein, let's use that. Stick down some clouds, that'll help. And we got gifted a book with Orb of Destruction and Spellforged Servitor. Well, that's interesting. So Orb of Destruction by itself is a very good conjuration spell. This is capable of taking out orbs of fire because it doesn't check evasion. As long as it collides with you, you take damage from it. And Spellforged Servitor is a summoning that will cast your most powerful conjurations. So what you can do is you can learn something like Crystal Spear, which we have. I don't know if we have Iron Shot. We do have Iron Shot, so we could learn Iron Shot and also learn Spellforged Servitor, and that guy will just spam Iron Shots or Orbs of Destructions for us at no additional magic cost, which is really good. So for taking out stuff like Orbs of Fire, Malign Gateway will work. But we could also do the Iron Shot / Orb of Destruction and Spellforged Servitor route. That would work too. So we've got options. I guess it depends on... we did find a Staff of Summoning in Elf. If we had a Staff of Conjurations... Actually, the Staff of Summoning will help with Spellforged Servitor as well. I don't know if it's summonings that affects his spell power or conjurations. Might be summoning actually. That guy refused to get paralyzed, but it's okay because he just died to reflection anyway. Let's kill this guy quickly so he doesn't summon any of his friends. We're out of magic, let's just back up a little bit until we can summon Forest again. This is probably a shapeshifter. Yep. There we go. Just wondering if we had any better daggers than the one we're currently wielding. Looks like we don't. We have found a broad axe. It may be worth picking that up. Because we do train every weapon skill at the same time, we can just swap across to axes, and axes are a nice weapon category because they hit everything around you, which can be useful. I might pick up that broad axe of chopping and enchant it up. Penetration on the crossbow is working out well there. Let's see. Wizardry int +6. Well, that's a great ring. Let's buy that. We can put that over the Ring of Intelligence. We can drop the Ring of Intelligence and the Ring of Wizardry. So now, Malign Gateway is 7% fail. I think I probably will go Malign Gateway, just because if I want to do Spellforged Servitor, I need a lot more spell levels than I have. Let's forget... I'm not using Pass Wall, plus everything in Vaults is metal, which you can't pass through anyway. Is there anything else I'm not using? I'm not really using Evaporate or Fireball. I think I'll get rid of both of those. And I should remember that I have Passage, because that's a good spell. I just never remember to use it. Okay, so we've forgotten all that stuff. Let's pick up Malign Gateway. And we can also pick up Haste, actually. Yeah, I'd rather have Malign Gateway and Haste than Iron Shot and Spellforged Servitor. Let's assign Haste to capital H. We can learn Gateway, and that's on B, that's fine. So it is 7% fail, This is probably a good area to show it. So this guy here, he will summon demons. Because I put our malign gateway down, we now have an eldritch tentacle. So this guy is immune to all of the elements. He's vulnerable to silver, but not many of our enemies will have that. It's fast and it can hit for up to 40 damage and then hit again for up to 30 damage. So it can do up to 70 damage and it's fast and it's immune to basically all of the elements, so it's really good. It just demolished that Convoker. I'm not wielding my melee weapon. And it just demolished the obsidian statue. So the dangerous thing about this guy is you don't want to be close to it because when the portal closes, I wonder if it says it in the spell description. Yeah, after a short time, blah 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 blah. With the portal's expiry, the tentacle will be severed and turn on the caster. So if you're near it when the portal closes, it can attack you. So we don't want to be near it when it's in this stage, because it can hit us for up to 70 damage plus chaos branded melee, whatever that can do. I think that can paralyze. So yeah, very good spell, but you have to be careful with it. And I think it's another one like Summon Forest where you need a certain amount of space to cast it. Can I try casting it here? Okay, it actually does work. It's probably going to kill these guys really quickly, and then I can back up and rest while it deteriorates. Okay, well it's all the way over here. Let's do this. There we go. The other downside is that it is causing us a lot of hunger every time we cast it. Whereas Summon Forest and Vile Clutch at this point have no spell hunger. Let's just wait till he goes away. I'm also starving. I don't have any energy to cast spells. Yeah, for the moment, Summon Forest is enough to get us through pretty much all the vaults, I think. There's all the vaults 3 done. Let's pick up that broad axe. And we can stick that in our bag for later. Oh, we actually did pick up a broad axe somewhere else. This one's +1, so it's better anyway. Okay, so let's finish off vaults 4. And then I will... Probably shouldn't have stepped out here actually. No, we can't run away if things turn bad. Okay, now we can. Yeah, we'll finish vaults 4 and then probably go to depths. All of our skills up to 14 for melee, 12 for magic. Let's kill the sorcerer, if we can kill him without shooting our dryad. Let's summon our gateway here. Oh, hang on. We just got drained. Okay, let's not summon the gateway then. Let's condense a vein. Acid cloud, very good. We might go down a different set of stairs. It seems like there's a lot of crap around this one. Although, I'm thinking that we probably have cleared out most of it by now. That's not a stair, that's crypt. Let's try this stair. Is this any better? Not really. There's a warden right here. Actually, yeah, I think this is a bit nicer. He's calling stuff. Okay, he managed to summon some monsters. That's okay. There's not enough room in here for summoned forest, I don't think. So let's back up. Is there enough room in here? No. That's fine. We can get out. No room for a gateway as well. I think the criteria for gateway and forest are the same. The criteria is just that one of the squares around you has to have 8 open squares next to it. So, for example, if I'm in a doorway, none of these squares have 8 open spaces, but if I'm here, these 3 do. So I can summon a forest. And I need to put deflect missiles up again. Another acquirement. Let's see what we've got. +9 Rapier of Pain. That's actually a really great weapon. I think I'm going to get that. So the way Pain works is if you have skill in Necromancy, it will add 1d Necromancy damage some percentage of the time, which I think is also determined by your Necromancy. So effectively, how that works is we get an extra +12 slaying because we have 12 Necromancy at the moment. I'm probably going to swap that for our dagger. Do we still have resist poison? We do still have resist poison. So let's put the dagger away. This cloak we can check because our current cloak is nothing. This is also nothing. I like the color of our other cloak better. But yeah, so if I attack this guy and he rides in agony, that means that pain triggered, and we got an extra +12 slaying on that hit. It's not quite as good for stabbing as a dagger, but we're not really using Petrify that much anymore anyway. And plus, it's still really good for stabbing, it's just not as good as a dagger. We picked up a book just before as well. Young Poisoner's Handbook, I don't care about any of those spells. Here is a Dragon Unique. He has 0% chance to paralyze us because we've got a lot of MR and 3d40 fire breath, but we have full resist fire, so that should be no problem. Let's haste ourselves. And we can shoot him with the crossbow while he's walking up to us. If our Dryad would not get in the way. Can I paralyze him? No. Let's summon a gateway actually. And let's passage over this way. Oh, someone else entered the passage. Let's passage over that way. Okay, that sort of worked. And I think our tentacle just two-shot that unique. So the tentacle is, yeah, really good. Just be mindful when you're using it that it doesn't kill you. Yeah, I should be using passage more often. Oops, that's a downside. I think it can lead you to previously created passages, which is probably not what you want. Let's lead this guy over towards our tentacle. And the tentacle two-shot him. Nice. Actually, I think I'm not using it quite right. I think you have to do that, don't you? Yeah. There you go. Pain won't work against undead or non-living things, but it's still a +9 rapier, so it's not like that's a bad weapon to use, even if pain isn't working. Another unique. Okay, let's do the same thing probably. What did I just do? Miscast Malign Gateway, and we got these abominations as a miscast penalty. I think he's smiting us, which is bad. Saint Roker, he has the smite ability like Orc Priests do, but dialed up to 11. The tentacle did not actually kill him. Huh. Let's summon Forest again. The Forest will take him out. There we go. He also has a Broadaxe. Is his Broadaxe better? +1 Broadaxe. Let's take out the Flayed Ghost quickly. Good. Don't want to be flayed with enemies around. And Sifmuna gave us another book, which is Apportation, Dispersal, Ignition, and Control Blink. Apportation is a nice spell to have, very handy. Dispersal teleports away creatures within a short distance of the caster, so this pretty much blinks away everything around you, which is nice. But I don't know if I'll bother learning that. Ignition... Oops. Ignition will cast Fireball on every ally, no, not every ally, on every enemy in sight. It won't affect your allies. So the way this works is that if there are 9 enemies all standing in a 3x3 area, every single one of them will have a fireball cast on them. So the guy in the center will get 9 fireballs cast on him. So that's a nice spell. We could learn that for Vaults 5 probably. And just blast away. It is 37% fail at the moment, so that'll have to wait. And what else do we get? Control Blink. Obviously Control Blink is really good. It is so good that it's been taken out of mainline. Probably quite a while ago by now. And this is exactly what you think. It's Blink, but you can choose where you end up. So it's a nicer version of Passage, basically. Let's find someone to eat. We can eat this elf. This guy won't get any pain damage, but we can still constrict him and stab him. We're too stealthy. There we go, he finally saw us. Okay, there we go, Vaults 4. We haven't explored over here for some reason. Oh, okay, I guess the game knew that that was the edge of the level, so it didn't bother auto exploring. We have an unidentified potion, attraction, not interested, and we have a ring, which is probably not better than what we already have. We've already got plenty of resist cold, so we don't need that. Okay, so there is Vaults 4 done. Could probably do Vaults 5, but there's no reason to when I could just wait a little bit and then do it much more safely in a little bit. So instead, let's go back to the dungeon. Actually, let's just check if there's anything I left behind in Vaults that I care about. Don't think so. No. Right, back to the dungeon, and we have not entered depths yet. So let's get a start on that and let's pick up these bolts. Alright, so here we are in depths, and I think it's probably a good place to leave it here. So, yep, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.